Hello and welcome to XOMO. Today I am doing a pick a card reading from Saturn, from the energy of Saturn. It was this idea came to me because I was really thinking about, it's the start of the new year. It's not far after it, anyways. It's 111. It's the 11th of January. And I was thinking it's so interesting how, like, when we look at the astrological wheel, Saturn is the only planet that rules, two zodiacal seasons like back to back, right? Because Saturn rules Capricorn season and it also rules Aquarius season. It co-rules Aquarius season with Uranus, but you know what I mean? I just found it interesting how there was that long stretch. And then I also remembered that last year I was supposed to do a reading on messages from Saturn. So, I asked my cards, I asked my guides, should I do this? And they were like, yeah, it's past due. So here we are, right? But yeah, it'll be a pick a card reading, again, with messages from Saturn. So if you're going through your Saturn return this year, like I am, you know what I mean? This would be useful, but this reading is timeless. So whenever you receive this message, the messages are going to be useful, right? Just a quick little update about me. I am releasing my astrological tarot resource guidebook pretty soon. You know what I mean? I just finished writing it last week. All I got to do is send it over to a graphic designer to make it look nice and pretty and aesthetic and everything. Libra rising. But yeah, if I don't have the link for that in the description bar, let me know down in the comment section that you're interested. And then once it's ready and available, I'll send you a little message like, hey, it's available. You can find it here. But you can run over to momagics.com, subscribe to my emailing list, and I promise if you subscribe there, you'll get a notification once the ebook is available. But yeah, before we hop into the reading, I just want to give you a little disclaimer. I do not identify as a fortune teller. You know what I mean? That's not my bag as a fortune that's not my bag as a tarot reader. You know what I mean? You should use my pick a card readings as confirmation of your intuition. You know what I mean? So don't take anything at face value unless you can confirm it with your own ancestors, spirit guides, and angels, right? And don't think that you're fated to anything that I say in these cards or anything like that, right? Our greatest power as human beings is our willpower. You know what I mean? We all have free will, and I highly advise you use that, whether you like what I'm saying in these readings or not. Yeah. But with that done, let's head on over to the card selection. Alrighty, welcome to your card selection. So to help you choose a pile with your intuitive eye and just not your physical one, I recommend that you find yourself in a relaxed position, and then you start by taking a series of meditative breaths, inhaling and exhaling. And with each inhale and exhale, I recommend that you focus your energy and your attention on each pile. Yeah, first the crystal, and then this pile of cards beneath it, right? Just to help you get an energetic feel of which one resonates with you the most. Whichever pile feels like a vibrational match with you're currently at, between the crystal and the pile of cards, that is definitely the deck for you. But if you feel resonating energies between any of the other piles, that's more than likely because there's another message waiting for you on one of the other decks. So yeah, I'll give you some time to find your pile selection, but without further ado, this is pile number 1. This is pile number 2. And this is pile number 3. Alrighty, I'll see you over at the timestamps. You can find the timestamps in the description bar or in the comment section. Alrighty, hello. If you chose pile number 1, you chose, I believe this is a lepidolite crystal. Oh, let me move your oracle card over here. I really do love this crystal. It's like, it was described to me as like amethyst, like chiller older sister. So if you ever find that like amethyst is just a little intense, highly recommend getting a lepidolite. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, but again, it helps with all the same things that amethyst helps with, just not as intense. Yeah. But I don't really have like a formal structure for these. I was just really gonna let my like intuition guide me. But with that said, let's go ahead and flip your cards over and see what we have going on. Okay. Okie dokie. So, with the Fool card, the Three of Pentacles in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune, and the King of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so this Fool card and this Three of Pentacles in reverse was very interesting, right? just because, like, part of me wants to say that you need new friends, but I don't think that's 100% it, right? That may resonate for some of you, but what I'm getting more a little bit of sense of is that, like, you want to grow and you want to develop, you know what I mean? So for a part of you, you know what I mean, you do need some new friends and you need to choose to collaborate. That's what it is. For some of you, you actually need to choose to collaborate. You need to choose to find people that are going to help you build towards your goal. And right now with this Wheel of Fortune, that's just what time it is. That's what time it is for you, right? Like, you might have been on your own, you might have been alone, you might have not collaborated with people for quite some time now. And with the Wheel of Fortune, it's just, you know, there comes a time where that was purposeful for you, but now it's really time to find some other people, right? So some of you need to choose to collaborate, but with other people, I'm getting that the people that you're choosing to collaborate with, they're not helpful. You know what I mean? Or they want to collaborate with the same things that you've done time and time and time and over again. And then again, that was purposeful with this other batch of you, but now you're looking for something new. You're looking for something different. You're actually trying to level up, right? With this King of Pentacles in reverse. I get that you want to step into this King of Pentacles, but just let your current situation, it's like, and now they're showing me the Two of Pentacles in reverse, right? That you've been juggling this certain group of people for a certain amount of time, but they're not helping you, you know, move on in your journey in the Pentacles to the 4, 5, and 6 of Pentacles, right? You're kind of stuck between the 2 and the 3. Yeah. So with that said, again, there's one group of you where you need to choose to collaborate intentionally and need to step out from just doing things on your own. And then there's the other half of you where you are collaborating with people, but it does seem like you need a new group of collaborators that aren't going towards the same things that you're going for, that are going towards the same things you're going for. I'm sorry, right? Because you do want to become this King of Pentacles and he's the expert, but I'm also getting that it's time for you to be the leader and it's time for you to take charge. But the best thing about the King of Pentacles is that he has a really solid team that he can rely on. He is the leader of the team and he's really good at like delegating these tasks. But if you don't have the right team around you, you know what I mean? You're never going to become the King of Pentacles. You're kind of going to be stuck at the Page and at the Knight of Pentacles, right? Never making it quite to the king or the queen that you're trying to become. Yeah. Now, with that said, I'm just going to move these up a bit. And then today I am using the Wizard's Tarot to get clarification. Yeah. So, hello, hello, hello. Can we just get clarification for this deck? Are there any other messages we would like pile number 1 to have? Please and thank you. Uh-oh, blew my candle out. Okay. Messages for pile number 1. Look at that. Queen of Pentacles. Look at that. 3 of Wands in reverse. 8 of Swords in reverse. Do you ever see repeating 3s? Hierophant in reverse. Yeah, a lot of the things I was talking about with the World card, but before the World card, we got the 7 of Cups. Yeah, a lot of the things I was talking about, they're still resonating here, right? Okay, so with this Queen of Pentacles followed by this 3 of Wands in reverse, again, it's the same thing with the King of Pentacles, right? I'm getting that you have the seed, that you have the business idea, that you have the creative project, and you may even have a blueprint, like sitting in your lap that you're ready and willing to just like nurture and pop out there, right? But again, 3 of Wands in reverse, 8 of Swords in reverse. There's an idea, there's people, there are words or languages that you're waiting to come in, but they're just not coming in because you don't have like you don't have a mentor. Maybe you need a mentor with this Hierophant in reverse, right? Or you don't have the structure or the discipline, again, possibly coming from the people around you or even yourself. With this 8 of Swords, I feel like you may be getting caught up with a lot of the information or the ideas about like this could happen, that can happen, that can happen, this can happen, you know what I mean? Which actually keeps you, you know, from taking that initial step, right? With this Ace of Wands in reverse, which is kind of coming through. But the 7 of Cups is saying that you have all these emotional options and you can choose to stay where you're at, but that's not what you want, right? With this World card in reverse, that's not what you want. That's not where you're trying to end up. That's not where you're trying to go. You actually want to step through this portal, but you haven't stepped through it yet. because again, there's just like, I'm hearing like predictive narratives where you try to predict what's going to go on with this Five of Swords and this Five of Pentacles. Do you ever see repeating fives? You know what I mean? Repeating fives, 555, they're in regards to, with new challenges come new blessings, and with new blessings come new challenges, right? But energetically, I'm kind of getting the sense that again, you see the challenges and you try to anticipate them. Excuse me, truth burp, but that's not necessarily what you need to be doing. What seems like it would make a little more sense for you is that, like, if you just started doing whatever it is that you want to do, you know what I mean? You have this pentacle, start working on this pentacle, you know what I mean? And stop waiting for these ideas, stop waiting for a lack of money potentially, stop waiting for things to not work out or to anticipate what's not going to work out. Because also, what I'm getting is that, like, what you think is not going to work out isn't necessarily going to be what's not working out. Right? What's a good example? Let's say you're trying to start a business and you think that you're not going to make enough money, right? You're just like, what am I going to do? I don't think I'm going to make enough money. What happens, if the funds don't start coming through, or people aren't purchasing the product? So that really keeps you from, like, putting the product out there or marketing the product or creating the product on your own. We're like, that's not even the issue. You know what I mean? You release the product and then it starts selling out, and then your issue is like, the packaging materials that you originally thought were going to be the thing. That's not the packaging materials that you need, right? So it's just like, don't anticipate the problems. Maybe get a mentor and a group of people who have gone through this type of process that you're trying to invest in. Again, I'm seeing shoes. They just showed me some shoes. I don't know if anybody here is trying to design shoes, or if there's like a running group, a stepping group, a dancing group, or something. They're just really showing me like feet and shoes. You know what I mean? That's probably like a really specific message for a few of you. Yeah, but for everybody else, again, with this Five of Swords and this Five of Pentacles, even between these two fives, 515, if you ever see that angel number, they're kind of showing me, and it's funny. It's funny I stopped the camera. Or like I blinked out because this candle up here, it went out. They're kind of showing me that the ideas or the narratives that you're anticipating, they're like burning your flame out, and then, like, all the heat is gone. All the fervor is gone. You know what I mean? So, like, let's not do that. I'm going to get you an action plan before we move on to your oracle cards. Yeah, oh my gosh, and then look at that, another five. I didn't even notice that, but we have the Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck, followed by the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. You know what I mean? This is get out there and do it. This is get competitive, get fiery, get excited. You know what I mean? Be willing to, like, face those challenges and to knock them down, because they're going to exist. You know what I mean? But get excited about, being in that competition, instead of it being a reason for you not working. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. For a reason for you not trying your best. For a reason for you not pushing the envelope on this Pentacles energy that you're trying to manifest, right? Let's get an action plan. Can we get a clear and concise action plan for pile number 1, please, and thank you? Clear and concise action plan for pile number 1. Okay, Two of Swords in reverse. Stop waiting on it. Judgment card in reverse. Nine of Swords in reverse. Everything I was saying before, you know what I mean? The worrying has got to stop. You know what it is that you're supposed to do. You know how you're supposed to step forward in the line and the life that you're supposed to walk into. But again, there's all this hesitation. Whenever we see the Nine of Swords in reverse, this is somebody who stresses and they worry, and there's anxiety and fear about what's going to come. But the Nine of Swords in reverse is saying that there's nothing to worry about. Two of Swords in reverse. The thing is with this Two of Swords is that you've honestly gone through every single different, like, scenario that can occur with whatever this pentacle is that you're trying to bloom, blossom, and grow, right? So, like, on that aspect, you're low-key already prepared. You're already prepared because you've already been thinking about things. And again, even if the things that you've been thinking about aren't the things that manifest, you've already thought about a plan B, C, D, E, F, G, element of P. You know what I'm saying? So just get a move on. Just get a move on. Look at this. Five of Wands in reverse, followed by the Knight of Wands with the Six of Cups here. Can I get clarification on this Six of Cups? Okay, so there's a history of, things not working out or things not coming through. Let's just go back to that narrative we were using before. Maybe you started a business in the past, and when you started it, the funds weren't coming through, right? Death card. You already went through that experience, so don't expect that again. There was something that you needed to learn from that experience, but I'm hearing from your guides that's not what's going to come around next time. You know what I mean? That served a purpose. You know what I mean? Everybody has to go through the Five of Pentacles at some point in life. But Death card in reverse, you went through that already. So it's time to let that energy of that past memory go. Right? Five of Wands. The Five of Wands came out again. Right? Stop pulling yourself out of the race. Become the Knight of Wands and just go into the race just because. You know what I mean? Because you have the idea. I'm hearing burn the building down. If I'm not, maybe don't burn the building down. You know what I mean? But it's like, be the Knight of Wands where you may be almost a little bit reckless, completely fearless. You have all the confidence, the fervor, and the passion to tackle this thing regardless of what comes your way. That's what they're saying. If a challenge comes your way, use your passion and your flame to actually burn it down, right? Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, followed by the Seven of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. Wow. Slow and steady wins the race. The sooner you get started, the sooner we're going to make it to the Ten of Pentacles. Again, Seven of Wands, you are going to have challenges coming at you, but when we look at the Seven of Wands, this person is standing here fearlessly, you know what I mean, ready to take on these challenges because they know that these challenges are in the way of the Ten of Pentacles. This is your abundance. This is your material abundance. This is your monetary and financial freedom. This is your happily ever after when it comes to the material realm, right? And again, Saturn is just here to say, and then even look at this, Six of Pentacles right underneath that, right? These, like, Saturn wants to give you these things, but you have to go through these challenges. That's what Saturn is all about. It's the planet of like restrictions, boundaries, and hard learned lessons. It is going to be hard, it is going to be difficult, but Saturn teaches us that anything worth having is worth working for. Yes, my loves? Okay, let me move on over to your oracle cards. And we'll keep it pushing. So first off, you have balance. Ashe. As a Libra rising, I love some balance. We have 1-4, 14. Essential meaning: patience, moderation, a perfect blend of activities, a happy balance, purpose and meaning, mixing ideas and people into a perfect brew. The self-care message: too much focus on one thing, ignoring responsibilities that you dislike, excess, imbalance, not seeing the bigger picture. Ever elusive balance. You could drive yourself a little nutty chasing the perfect ratio of work, home, health, family, social life, hobbies, and woo time. And it's okay not to strive for such a compulsive perfection. Sometimes chilling way the bleep out is exactly what's needed to usher in some desperately needed balance. Then again, you may be so complacent that your heart is begging for a healthier mix. And if this is you, and you'll know who I'm talking about, then the universe requires more consistent energy from you in order to deliver your dreams. Again, that Ten of Pentacles. Regardless of your situation, if you're feeling misaligned and out of whack, it's time to come back to center. Look for solutions in situations that feel grounded and calming. Avoid anything that will tip the scales and suck way too much energy or time or money, or that will provide you with too much lazing around time, okay? Saturn don't like lazy people. And actively seek the moderation of task and time. Step away from the drastic and the excessive and imbalances that don't feel right. Use consistent introspection to see where you're lacking and where you're leaking energy, and this will guide you to the middle ground that's required from you right now. Find long-term success through a measured blending of strengths, productivity, and stillness. Yeah? And then your meditation or journaling prompts are: no one can create balance for you. Only you know it. Because it's a feeling. How balanced do you feel today? What does a balanced life look like to you? And can you plan a week around this? Are there any self critical not enoughs that are eating their way into your balance? Yes. And then we also have some words of affirmation. So I choose to release shame and to own my story. I don't have to solve this all today. I just need to be brave, cling to hope, and do the next right thing. Again, it's what we've super been talking about during this reading. Um, when I share the hard parts of my story, I make room to invite others in. Uh oh. Let me just realign that a little bit. And then we also have, it's taken living through my darkest days to become the strongest version of me. This is pulling me back to that Six of Cup and that Death card you had in reverse, right? Where you might have gone through a dark time where you didn't have enough. You know what I mean? Where things weren't giving what they were supposed to give, right? But now that you've come out on the other side of that, you've come through with this, with the will, I'm sorry, excuse me, with the wisdom and the willpower to tackle that challenge again to where it won't tear you down the way that it did last time. Right, my love? That's all I have for you. Please thank our ancestors, spirit guides, and angels for allowing me to deliver these messages to you. And until next time, this is XOMO. Please remember that I'm always available for private readings over at momagics.com. Again, if you want to get that tarot astrological resource guidebook, if you're trying to learn tarot, or if you're just interested in the book, run over to momagics.com to check that out. And yeah, if none of this applied, let it fly. And until next time, this is XOMO. Bye. Hello, and welcome pal number 2 to your pick a card reading. If you chose pal number 2, you chose the black tourmaline. This is a very strong protective crystal. I'm not 100% sure what it helps against. I'm pretty sure it helps with energy transmutation, and I even think against psychic attacks. But I'm not 100% sure on that. Maybe do your own research, but I definitely know it's good with energy transmutation, right? So for this reading, we do have some oracle cards, and I kind of just let my intuition guide me when it came to this reading about what Saturn would like you to know. But today, we're going to tap into, the initial message using so I'm going to tap into your initial message using the Modern Witch Tarot, and then I'll also get you some clarifications using the Wizard's Tarot. But let's see what we have here. You have a lot of cups on your board. Let me take a moment to take this in. Okay, so there's this feeling of not enough. There's this feeling of like not enough. But it's so interesting. Okay, so but I'm also hearing like childlike energy with this Page of Cups in reverse. This could be there's not enough of your inner child in your emotional connections. That could be it, or this like, because the energy keeps moving, right? So for one of you, for some of you, right? For one group of you, this Two of Cups, it's not a relationship. It's something that you are emotionally invested in, right? This is a career path, right? This is like a passion, this is a trip. This is something that you have an emotional connection and a bond with, but it's not necessarily another person, right? For this group, again, you're not bringing your inner child into this, or your inner child feels ignored, right? And your inner child feels ignored because maybe with this moon card, there was a situation from your childhood, or it's a limiting belief that lives in your subconscious that says that there's no room for your inner child to be here, right? But holistically, this is leading to your own emotional peril, right? Your own emotional unhappiness. So there's a need to find out how to bring your inner child into this. Now, for this other part of you, some of you are in a relationship where you don't feel safe, right? This Two of Cups, this is definitely a relationship and an emotional connection, but this Page of Cups in reverse, they feel nervous, they feel anxious, they feel unsafe quite often. And this part is coming through quite clearly, you know what I mean? This Five of Pentacles and Moon card, again, this is more like subconscious energy, or a way that you've been attuned to living, is that you've actually gotten used to this, right? That like this is a part of your upbringing, or this has been a part of your past relationships, where you think that it's okay to feel unsafe, where it's okay to feel anxious, where it's okay to feel like a little bit unnerving. You know what I mean? And your inner child has gotten used to that, and your inner child needs to be protected. Your inner child needs to be seen when it comes to your relationships, and it's completely up to you to protect your inner child, whether it be an emotional connection with your career or whether it be in your personal relationships, right? But for all groups involved, you know what I mean? This is leading to your own emotional peril, your own emotional happiness, and this emotional unsteadiness, right? Because your inner child does not feel safe and seen and like they have a seat at the table, they're kind of showing me like a hamster wheel, you know what I mean? Where like you may find a little bit of emotional safety, but it's hard to keep up and catch up with that feeling, because you're kind of making a home out of these lackluster situations. You know what I mean? The Five of Pentacles, this is about being left out in the cold and not having enough resources and needing help and needing assistance. You know what I mean, right? But this is the halfway point. Everybody has a I was just saying this in the last reading, so you might resonate with some of these other piles. But the Five of Pentacles, everybody has to go through the Five of Pentacles to get to the Ten of Pentacles, right? And this is something that Saturn teaches us. You know, what does it kill us makes us stronger. And that hardiness of the Five of Pentacles, it equips us with information. It equips us with life skills. It equips us with wisdom. You know what I mean? But the danger is getting stuck there. You don't want to get stuck there, and you don't want to make your home out of Five of Pentacles energy, which is ghetto, it's lackluster, there's not enough, right? So yeah, let's move on over and get you like some more clarification using the Wizard's Tarot. So what is it that we have for the Wizard's Tarot? I mean, from the Wizard's Tarot, I'm sorry. What other information can we provide pile number 2 with? Please and thank you. Okay. Okay, and look at that. Look at these cards, y'all. Look at these cards, y'all. Like, Ace of Cups in reverse yet again, Two of Cups in reverse, Six of Cups, the Devil card. It's Five of Pentacles. Like, they're really emphatic with these messages. You know what I mean? A lot of the things that I was saying, they meant to say them. Yeah, yeah. Like, okay, my loves. Okay, so this Ace of Cups in reverse, followed by this Two of Cups in reverse, followed by the Six of Cups in reverse. I really feel like they're just like really reiterating what I was saying before, but they're kind of switching the order, right? Because now we have the Six of Cups, which is really confirming that this is some like childhood, or like energy, or from your childhood, or like a memory, right? Ace of Cups in reverse, Two of Cups in reverse. Again, this is like getting used to forming bonds and connections where like you are emptying your cup. You're literally, excuse me. And what I'm hearing is like you're pouring all of yourself into this. You're pouring all of yourself into these connections because you're just trying to get. You're trying to get, and you're trying to get, and you're trying to get from this other emotional party. But they're leaving you dry. They're leaving you empty, and you're receiving absolutely nothing back. And you know this. Devil card in reverse. You're tempted to continue to go back here, or you feel stuck here, or you feel like there's nothing else you can do, or that there are no other options for you. You know what I mean? But because that is the thought process that you have around it, it is the truth. It is the truth. You know what I mean? As long as you believe that like the only person who can give you love, joy, and affection is this one resource, or not even this one resource, but this certain emotional connection and dynamic that you can't get anything out of it, you know what I mean? You're going to continue to return to it. Five of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles in reverse. Again, we need to move on to the Six of Pentacles, but your Six of Pentacles is in reverse. You are unable to receive. You are unable to receive the love, time, affection, and the generosity of love and spirit, you know what I mean, from your career, from your partner, or from whoever it is, you know what I mean, because you've made a home out of this Five of Pentacles energy, right? We have the Three of Pentacles here. There are people, there are situations that want to pour love. They want to give you everything. They're quite literally telling me that they want to give you everything. You know what I mean? But because of mental chatter, because of two things with this King of Swords in reverse, because you feel like, on one end, with some of you, it's mental chatter. You know what I mean? It's a lack of mental clarity. It's a lack of swift decision making for your highest and greatest good. Um, but for another group of you, I'm hearing it's because you feel like you have to do all the organization on your own. You know what I mean? Instead of turning to this Three of Cups, instead of turning to these other people in your life and asking for help. Right, my loves? You feel like you have to do it all on your own, which is not the truth. Which is not the truth. It's not the truth. What else? I feel like we have two more cards here. Yeah, it's so you know this. I'm not telling you anything that you don't know. The High Priestess in reverse. Your intuition has been telling you this for quite some time, but you don't feel like you quite have the bravery. Yeah, you don't have the confidence. But again, it's like I don't even know really what to tell you, my love, because you don't feel like you have the energy or the bravery or the vision, you know what I mean? Because you're stuck in this situation with these parties that are draining you. You know what I mean? In these situations where you're emptying your cup and not receiving anything back, but that is your life force. You know what I mean? These this Two of Cups in reverse situation, it's sucking your life force, and that's what you need to turn your Knight of Wands upright so that you feel like you have the energy and the belief in yourself to go find this Three of Cups, to turn your Six of Pentacles upright. You know what I mean? To receive, relationships and situations in a career, an emotional connection that's giving and generous and is going to give and give and give and give and give to you. And they're showing me, this is so weird, a well. They're showing me like a well, where people go to get water, but the well is overflowing. I've never seen a well that's flooded before, but that's the image I have in my mind right now. Yeah? Let me get you an action plan. How are we going to get you there? How are we going to get, you do have the Five of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So this could be just like saying like the F word. You know what I mean? Not trying to get censored on YouTube, but just saying the F word, like F it, and that you're just going to do it regardless of what the outcome is. Yeah, but even like fighting back. Like fighting back. There's this, again, there's fervor, this energetic energy of like fighting. Yeah, what action plan do we have for pile number 2, please and thank you? Eight of Wands. Do it right now, babes. 10 of Wands in reverse, 8 of Wands. Okay, so look, you Tower card, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Anything that doesn't make you feel like the Queen of Wands that you are. You don't have to be male or female. The Queen of Wands energy, the Queen of Pentacles, I'm so sorry, is genderless. Look at this. And then we've immediately flipped them. Here we have that home card, that home energy I was talking about, right, my loves? Okay, let me just get these into the camera frame. Okay, I'll stick these down here and then we'll get back to those in a second. Right. But 10 of Wands in reverse, 8 of Wands, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Again, whatever has been draining your energy and you've been pouring all of yourself into, this 8 of Wands is just saying, it's not in reverse, but it's reversal energy, saying that you need to do the opposite of everything that you've been doing and do it right now. And do it right now. And this Tower card, it feels like you blowing it up. It feels like they're showing me like one of the little bombs, like Bomberman, or like from like the Mario game franchise, like the little like black bomb with the little flame on the end, but it's like you holding it in your hand and you quite literally like throwing it at this building. You throwing it at this tower. You throwing it at this area in your life that doesn't make you feel valued, that doesn't make you feel loved, that doesn't make you feel seen, that doesn't make you feel like you deserve everything. Opulence, honey. Opulence. This Knight of Pentacles in reverse and this Two of Cups, which has finally come up upright. This Knight of Pentacles in reverse, like what they're saying, what kind of relationship and what kind of emotional connection have you been working for, and what are you willing to work for, right? But it takes two to tango. It takes two to tango, right? It takes another person to meet you with that work, to meet you with that effort. But they're also saying be careful of who and what you apply that work and energy to. You know what I mean? No shade. You can't, don't apply the work in a desert. If you look at the desert and you say, this place doesn't seem like it can grow a luscious garden, then why are you pouring your energy into a cactus field? And I love a good cactus. You know what I mean? But a cactus isn't gonna give you a rose bush, right, my love? And they're showing me like a beating, thriving, pulsating heart. It's rich and juicy with healthy blood. Yeah, 3 of Wands, 4 of Wands, right? If you really use your discernment about where it is that you spend your time and where it is that you invest your energy, the the universe is going to reward you. Saturn is going to reward you with that home feeling, with that new home that you're looking for, right? That feels celebratory, that feels equally yoked. Excuse me, truth burp, that feels supportive. Yeah, we have the Temperance card at the bottom of the deck saying it's time to try something new. You know what I mean? Even if you can't take that bomb, they do want you to take that bomb. But even if you can't take the bomb, the Temperance card is just working in smaller pieces. You know what I mean? And this, they're also showing me, so like it's funny that I use like a metaphor oftentimes when I do private reads between the Two of Cups or the Temperance card. These people have a chalice. When we look at these two people, right, there's a chalice here. There's a chalice. These people have a chalice, and she kind of has like teacups. You know what I mean? They low key have to hold these cups with both of their hands, and this is just given like, like a little shot glass. So when it comes to this Two of Cups, like, start small if you have to, if you need to. You know what I mean? If you have to start taking away bits and pieces of your energy and pouring it into yourself, or pouring it into another place bit by bit, shot glass by shot glass, teacup by teacup, by all means do that. But again, your guides would prefer if you just took the chalice. Just took the chalice. But it is time for you to receive something new. It is time for you to receive a different energy. Yes, my loves. Let's get your oracle card. Raw intention. 22. Again, that partnership. Who and what are you choosing to partner with? Essential meanings. Intention brought to life. Wild power, savage love, divine intervention, powerful inspiration, channeling messages from source. The self-care message. Holding on to the details too tightly, not allowing source to intervene, missed opportunities, getting stuck in your story, unchecked emotion that is sabotaging your efforts. Intention can be raw or it can be refined. Refined intention gets polished and perfected and turned into marketing, a resume, a vision board, and it is always tinted by layers of our own perception. Raw intention is wilder than that. It's pure, unrefined, and authentic. It's the mother who lifts a car with her bare hands to save her child, because raw power does not ask questions, it just does. And so it is. By virtue of simply being human, this is that bomb they were talking about. By virtue of simply being human, you have this wild and natural magic inside of you. And you may be spending too much time filtering your raw power as a way to fit in, or as a way to be who others want you to be. Unleash your pure intention and you will radiate so much innate magic that you will move mountains. Allow spontaneity and divine love to guide you. And pay attention to whim, desire, inclination, and impulse. If you notice any unwanted emotion surfacing, like anger, sadness, fear, or guilt, simply be with them, hear them, notice them. Ask them why are they present, and they will likely point to a much deeper need that sounds something like, I am seen, I am loved, I am accepted, and I am safe. Remind yourself that you are all of these things and draw your power from there. And then your journaling or meditation prompts are, What are your wild and unkempt intentions calling into your life? What needs to be heard? And can you work with them mindfully to build the life of your dreams? One way of channeling raw intentions is to do a little automatic writing. Ask your question to the universe and sit with an open mind, a blank page, and a curious heart. Allow messages to flow from the unconscious mind and flow onto your page. Just write or doodle and then shift. Yes, my loves. And then I also have some words of affirmation for you. I am a light that will not be dimmed. Self acceptance is planted with how I treat myself and how blossoms. I'm sorry. Self acceptance is planted with how I treat myself and blossoms with how I allow others to treat me. Again, we were talking about that seed and where we're deciding to plant our seeds. I'm sorry, I'm just getting passionate, right? So you have to start with, plant the seed within yourself and then be diligent about who you allow to water the plant that lives within you, right? And then rest in knowing that my best is enough. I rest in knowing that my best is enough. Yes, my loves. Alrighty, that's all I have for you. Please take some of these words of affirmation with you. Thank our ancestors, spirit guides, and angels for allowing me to deliver these messages to you. Again, if you're interested in that astrological tarot resource, please let me know down in the comment section. You may be able to find it in the description bar already, but if not, be sure to run over to momagics.com and subscribe to my emailing list just so you know when to get it once it's available, and you can also book a private reading with me. If you found value out of this, let me know in the comment section. Hit that thumbs up button. Share this with somebody so that more people can get value out of these messages. And until next time, this is XOMO. Alrighty, my loves. Bye. Hello, my loves, and welcome to your pick a card reading. If you chose pile number 3, you chose the Lemurian crystal. This is a crystal that connects you back to the ancient land of Lemuria, I think. But I do also know that it is really good at, balancing and connecting the energies of all of your chakras. Yeah, definitely look into that one. But yeah, so I don't really have a plan or original formation for this reading I'm getting ready to do. I just allow my intuition to guide me, but these are messages from Saturn, so let's see what we have. Okay, yeah, so this is So, pile number 3. Pile number 3, I'm getting. I'm a little. Because, I want to say I'm getting a strong need and desire to move on, but I don't think that's it. I don't think that's, I don't think that's all. 4 of Cups in reverse followed by this 3 of Swords. Because I definitely feel this, I feel this 3 of Swords in my chest. This is this could be heartbreak, or this could just be some type of emotional situation that feels so stiff. I'm sorry. It feels so stiff. It feels so difficult. It feels so disappointing, especially with this 4 of Cups in reverse. And you're definitely fed up. But this is what this feels like, right? You want to move on, but it feels like, where do I go? That's what it is. It's kind of like a feeling of hopelessness. Yeah, because this Knight of Cups, you want to pick yourself up and you want to take your emotional cup and give it to a new life, a new person, a new passion, a new experience. But when you look out at where you can take it with this Knight of Cups, 3 of Wands in reverse, you don't see anything. You're like, what do you mean? What do you mean pick yourself up and take it elsewhere? Yeah, this energy feels very difficult. You know what I mean? Like, like y'all may be going through your Saturn return. For as heavy as this feels, or you may have really strong Taurus or Scorpio placements. Maybe 8th house, 10th house. maybe even 12th or 5th house placements. Yeah, it just feels very hard. It feels very heavy. I don't know if these are like squares or oppositions. Like Saturn is doing some work on your chart, baby. Saturn is doing some work, maybe even Capricorn placements, right? But this just feels like it feels desolate. You know what I mean? And hearts out to you. And this is just, I'm just getting like, this is the wasteland. You know what I mean? This is like, where do I go? I have this emotional energy. It sucks. I want to move forward, but it's really giving, what the fuck else do I do? And sometimes Saturn can be demoralizing. Yeah. Let's see. I'm going to use the Wizard's Tarot to get you some more clarification. I'm just like, oh my gosh, my loves. I kind of want to give y'all a hug. Where do they go? Let's get some information for pile number 3, please and thank you. Information for pile number 3, please and thank you. What is it that can we inform pile number 3 about? Okay, first off, 9 of Wands. Yeah. Page of Cups. Okay, so what is it that we have here? Yeah. Definitely. Okay. Okay, so here's what we have to start, right? So before we get into these, let's just get started with the 9 of Wands, followed by the Page of Cups, the 6 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles in reverse, you know what I mean, and the 3 of Pentacles. So there's definitely like some emotional baggage that you've got to discard of, and not just like move on, but actually discard of it, right? I do have, like, I just did this for the new year. I do have like a healing water spiritual bath that I created. If you're interested in that, please let me know in the comment section. I can find a place for y'all to share it. I can find a way to email it to you. Just let me know if you're interested in that at all. But this Knight of Wands and this Page of Cups, right? This Knight of Wands is definitely like, child, you've been through the ringer. You're tired. You know what I mean? And then, like, I'm kind of seeing you, like, stand behind this thicket. You're standing behind this bush. You're standing behind this fence. You're standing behind this barrier. And you're like, child, I'm not going out there. Again, with this Knight of Cups and this 3 of Wands in reverse, you're like, step outside. Do something else. Take my emotions to another place for what? Be for real. Your Page of Cups is your Page of Cups is mildly and heavy on the mild. Your Page of Cups, like your inner child, you're mildly curious. Like 3%, 4%, 6% tops. You know what I mean? In terms of like what it takes to move on. But it low key feels like you just gotta have a complete life transformation, right? The 2 of Pentacles is usually about like letting go of things that we don't value. It's usually we're juggling a lot of things, but letting go of things that we don't value that aren't exactly helpful. But this 2 of Pentacles in reverse feels like you quite literally dropping everything. It like low key feels like, you're in a small town and you just pick up and leave to like New York City with nothing but like $500 in your back pocket in a suitcase. Right? It's that. It's that type of energy. Right? I do get that there could be, I don't know, cuz my throat chakra is like, I don't know about that. Right? We'll get, what is this 3 of Pentacles? Cuz this 3 of, okay, so your guides. Cuz I was going to say that there are people around you. There are not people around you. I was originally going to say that there are people around you that want to collaborate. There are not people around you. Right? There may be a couple of people, but for a good portion of y'all, there's nobody. There's nobody. Right? That actually wants to build and collaborate in the things that you're looking to build and manifest into your life. Right? Other than your ancestors, spirit guides, and angels. As far as the other people in your life, 4 of Wands, 4 of Swords, I'm sorry. We do have the 4 of Wands in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Again, this is like you're not liking your home base, your home situation. It's not very fulfilling. But this 5 of Pentacles in reverse, right? Like just whatever is around you, it's draining your energy and you find yourself needing to recharge all of the time. All of the time. All of the time, all of the time, all of the time. This may even be like the reverse of that example I was giving, right? where like maybe you move to a big city like New York and it's completely awful, so you need to move back home. That's not going to resonate for all of you. I'm getting like a maybe like 3 of you are going to resonate with that. But this Justice card, this Ten of Cups, and the Seven of Swords in reverse, this Justice card is saying think about things in a balanced and logical manner as far as your Ten of Cups goes. And the Seven of Swords feels like you rushing back. It feels like you rushing back to go and pick something up. You're like, you know what, I forgot this. You know, I tried to ditch this. Girl, don't ditch that. Don't ditch that. Go back and pick that thing up. Can we get some more clarity, please? Let's get a couple of more cards before we move on to the action plan. There's another 7. There's another 7. Okay. So, girl, this energy is thick. I'm going to get you an action plan because I do want to get you, you know, on the right path and moving in the direction that's going to be helpful. But the Six of Pentacles in reverse, it just feels like nobody is going to give you, again, you don't really have helpful people around you. The Six of Pentacles in reverse feels like that, like nobody is going to give you the thing that you're looking for. Nobody's going to give you an escape plan. Nobody's going to give you an escape route. Right? Like Saturn is really putting you through the ringer. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, my love. However, light at the end of the tunnel, this Nine of Pentacles. This Nine of Pentacles feels far away, which it usually is, but it feels like it's palpable. It feels like you can manifest it. It feels like you can hold it in your hand. Right? The Nine of Pentacles, it's the result of something that's high quality. It's very expensive. It's very luxurious. It's very, I don't know. Like, how do I explain this? What's your favorite meal? Or like your favorite television show? Or your favorite piece of clothing? Right? That usually came up as a result of like learning, perfecting, pruning, trial, and error. You know what I mean? You started working on this years ago, and it's just now that like the culmination of events and life experiences have provided you with this thing that is excellent, with this material good that is beyond this world, and it's your absolute favorite, right? Saturn is saying that that's what you're headed towards, but the energy that you're going through right now, it's kind of necessary. It's not fun. It's definitely demoralizing. Again, Saturn, it's boundaries, restrictions, and hard and difficult learned lessons. You know what I mean? So that we can reach the Nine of Pentacles. So that we can reach the Ten of Pentacles. Right, my love? It is further down the line, but for the time being, what I'm hearing is that, like, with the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, is that, like, and I know it's difficult, because, again, the energy is just getting thicker and thicker, you know what I mean? If you need to take a break from this reading, take a break. I've never just said that before, but I'm really, like, sensing that some of y'all need to take a break from this reading, because it just may be, like, a lot to sit through this energy. You might have just reached your capacity. If it don't resonate, then that wasn't for you. Right? But the Seven of Pentacles is saying that, like, you've been reluctant to analyze how you got here. And even if it's your fault, even if it's not your fault, you've been reluctant to analyze, what is it that I'm doing that's contributing to my reality? What is it that my environment is giving me, and what is it that the people around me are giving, right? Those are 3 different things: your environment, the people around you, and yourself, right? The Seven of Pentacles is saying that you need to look at those. You need to sit down and look at those and see that what can be adjusted so that we can get to this Nine of Pentacles. Because between the 7 and the Nine of Pentacles is the Eight of Pentacles, which is hard work. Excuse me. It's diligent work. It's hard, diligent work where you have to isolate yourself. You know what I mean? And it's like a blood, sweat, and tears, child. Time and time again, so that we can get to the Nine of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. You have the Empress card in reverse at the bottom of the deck. I feel like a lot of the things that you're... What is it? What do you want to say? Saturn, what is it you would like to say about this Empress card in reverse? Here's what I'm getting. I would hate to, Saturn Saturn is just saying that you're getting what you deserve because you've decided to settle. You've decided to settle on the people that you have in your life. You've decided to settle on the environments and the people and places that you've put into your life time and time again. You've thought about it. You've thought about it. You might have denied your intuition. You know what I mean? But you continue to talk to people that give you lackluster results. You continue to have people around you. You know what I mean? You invite people into your garden that are the Five of Pentacles in reverse, that are the Two of Cups in reverse, that aren't giving you what it is you would like to give and receive. Yeah, so there are some difficult lessons about who are the people. You know, I just saw 1333 on my laptop. Again, who is it that you are collaborating with? Right? And that's the hard work. That's the hard work for you to be really, really thoughtful and intentional about who it is you decide to collaborate with. Okay? I knew somebody was going to get a harsh message from Saturn. And it just happens to be pile number 3. It's usually the last one. I'm sorry, my loves. Let's get pile number 3, an action plan. Let's get pile number 3, an action plan, please and thank you. Okay, Hangman. Look, they're saying the same thing. Like, this is like, I'm hearing you reap what you sow. I'm hearing that loud and clear. You reap what you sow. Yeah, my loves. This hangman is saying things are not going to change if you do not change the people. Things are not going to change if you do not change the people that you are around. Things are not going to change if you don't put in the work. Things are not going to change if you do not develop more mature habits, more emotionally mature habits. Things are not going to change if you do not have the bravery to take control of your masculine energy, right? There's just like, there's a lot going down here. Like, Saturn wants to make it abundantly clear, right? King of Cups in reverse. This could be bad coping mechanisms, right? Again, where you may feel so demoralized that you just turn to drugs, alcohol, binge watching TV shows, you know, television, or food, you know what I mean? That's only going to be helpful for so long. You can run away from your issues with this Nine of Pentacles in reverse for as long as you want, but the issues are going to be there. Hangman. You know what I mean? The issues are going to be there until you, for lack of a better phrase, man up and deal with the issues and the consequences. Right, my loves? Page of Wands in reverse, Emperor card in reverse. This is a lot of like fiery energy. This is Mars in Aries. This is structure. This is boundaries. This is discipline. You know what I mean? And this is having clear cut standards on what it is you will allow in your life and from other people. But I'm hearing at this point in the reading, what is it you will allow in your life from yourself? What is it that you are allowing yourself to co-sign? What is it that you are allowing yourself to do? What is it that you are allowing yourself to allow into your reality? Right? If there's one thing Saturn is going to do, it's going to hold us accountable. You know? We got 3 more cards for their action plan, Saturn. Okay. That 7 of Pentacles came out again saying journal, meditate, analyze, come up with the action plan on how you are going to move forward to your emotional fulfillment. But emotional fulfillment takes and requires emotional maturity. And you have the Moon card at the bottom of the deck. This is Pisces energy. Again, Saturn is going to be moving into Pisces this March. This is really handling illusions and idealism, right? Like, emotional maturity is paramount here. It's like emotional maturity, and then pairing that, you know, taking it back to the 9 of Pentacles with this 9 of Cups, you know, the hard work that it takes to manifest that over a long period of time. You've got your work set out for you, my love. You've got your work set out for you. You have my condolences because this is not easy, you know. But what this Three of Swords? It's in my astrological tarot guide. But when we sacrifice or when we pay attention to the things that give us heartbreak and we learn and we become wiser, Saturn gives us our heart's truest desires. Three of Swords is Saturn and Libra energy. You know what I mean? Sacrificing what feels easy or comfortable, you know what I mean, for the thing that's going to pay off in the long run. Right? It's funny. It's funny that this is the only deck that got two of these like oracle cards, and I felt like I needed to keep both of them on the board. Your soul shines and find your sacred flow. Look at that. 3 4 1 2 1 2 3 4. Let me read both of these to you, my love. Essential meaning: finding your flow state, your unique rhythm, bringing your spirituality into the solution, in flow with the universe, pausing, surrendering control, taking time to understand others' perspectives and your own. The self-care message: a habit of copying someone else's steps, overscheduling your time, being a martyr, putting other people's needs in front of your own, and a need for self-care and a sacred pause. Your sacred flow. Each one of those words is powerful medicine for your creator spirit. Tune into your own rhythm and actively schedule your own unique scheduled flow into your life every single day. This may mean stopping to take a nap, exercise, or meditate during the day if that's what makes your heart sing. And again, didn't I stop in the middle of this reading to tell somebody to take a break? If you've reached your capacity to take a break, it's okay to take a break. It's okay to say, I've had enough. I'm going to go nap for 30 minutes. Okay? I'm going to go take a sleep for 3 hours. Okay? Right? Excuse me. Truth burp. Let me get back into this reading. It may mean scheduling something sacred into your planner, something epic even. What makes you feel alive and in flow with the world? Are you leaving time for that thing? If something is encroaching on your flow of time, you may need to set clear boundaries and prioritize your sacred breaks. Be sure you aren't giving up your personal space so that someone else can benefit. Don't be a martyr. This space is desperately needed for you to find your center. If you are feeling pressure to make an important decision, right now is not the time to give an answer you aren't completely sure of. Go with the flow of not knowing. Sleep on it. Surrender to not having all of the answers and know that everything will be revealed when you gift yourself the space of distance, stillness, and perspective. And then your journaling or meditation prompts for this one are: when have you lost yourself in doing instead of thinking? What activity has made you get into that flowing state of zen and just being? How do you get into your sacred zone? That place where time stands still and everything else fades away. If you were to flip your opinion on its head, what perspective would you be gifted? Yeah? And then I'm going to move on to your soul shines. The essential meaning: connecting with source and the opening of the seventh or crown chakra, allowing your soul to shine in the mundane, consistent practice, cleaning things up for some positive feng shui, happiness, and a bright outcome. The self-care message: getting in your own way, using spirituality as an excuse for the way things are, and needing to walk the talk instead of spiritual bypassing. Underneath the smog of a difficult day or the impatience of a frustrating situation, your soul is there doing its thing, shining. It may require some buffing and some polishing of the exterior, and you may need to do some habit busting to sense it. You may need to expose your raw and tender underbelly to pinpoint it, especially if your shine is hiding under a few thickened layers of hard knocks or a self-destructive lifestyle. Sometimes we have our perspective so shifted that we can't see the shine in others, Or worse, we can't feel it in our own selves. Know that it's within you. Bring magic to the mundane because we are all connected to the source energy and its cosmic grace. Your soul is always there, just shining through your flaws and through all of your secrets. It's lovingly pushing you through your insecurities and any positive affirmations you're working on, and even the ones that aren't working yet. And your soul is so proud of you. No matter where you are loved from the inside, from the soul side out. Decide to open up your connection to its ascension and get out of your own way by trusting that your brilliant soul will radiate peace in every single room that you walk into. You have that choice. It's waiting patiently for you to ask because it will lead whenever you are ready. And then your journaling or meditation prompts are: love more, laugh more, smile more. How can you bring that shine into your everyday? Small acts of kindness can change lives. How can you do more outreach, volunteering? What acts of service can you share? And who do you need to love more today? Alrighty, now I'm going to move on to your words of affirmation. I am free to accept the parts of myself that long for acceptance. I am free to accept the parts of myself that long for acceptance. Today, I take action over getting stopped by perfection. I will practice peace today. And then last but not least, when I choose to be here now, to fill the air in my lungs, when I choose to be here now, to feel the air fill my lungs, the earth beneath my feet, the sun on my skin, I allow joy to wash over me. Yes. Alrighty, my loves, that's all I have for you. Please thank our ancestors, spirit guides, and angels for allowing me to deliver these messages to you. I'm sending you an energetic, big, great hug and a kiss on the cheek. Again, if you're interested in that astrological tarot resource, please let me know down in the comment section, or you can run over to momagics.com to check it out there. Make sure you subscribe to my emailing list so that you get the update when it's free and available. I'm also available for, personal readings over at momagics.com. If you found value out of this video, please let me know in the comment section, or you can hit the thumbs up and subscribe so you can get more of these videos once they're released. And until next time, this is XOMO. Alrighty, bye my loves.